Howdy mates, here's my fourth video. I'm over at Cedar Falls, which is also part of the Hocking Hills State Park. There's a trail that actually connects Cedar Falls and Old Man's Cave. It's about 3 miles long, one way. But Cedar Falls, so this is another example of a waterfall that you can find here. And as you can see, it is very active today. Last time I was here, it was much calmer. And that's just because that was back in March and we didn't quite have as much rain. So you figure now we have a much higher discharge. That water's gotta go somewhere, right? But just imagine that the water acts as a drill. I mean, essentially the whole shape of the rock wall that you're seeing, like all the grooves and the curves, that's all shaped because of this powerful force of water over time. I mean, it's remarkable. And just as a rule of thumb, if any of you ever come here, you're not supposed to swim or wade in the pool over here. You're not allowed. It's not recommended anyways, but yeah. So essentially, pointing out, I don't know if you guys can see it from where I am, but if you look up here, you kind of get to see a little bit of that honeycomb weathering where you get to see the iron oxide. But then you just see various cross-bedding just from over time, millions of years. You know, just the variation in direction of water, whether it be a sea or even a river. But yeah, you figure you go back during the Mississippian/Devonian period, and that's where you got to see a lot of shallow seas in this area. And then, as time progressed, the waters receded, so now we're going into a bit of the Ordovician. And then eventually, as it got into the Permian, that is where some of the more land came together, and that was also during the time of Pangea. And eventually it created a bit of this continental mass. But it's just amazing how practically where we are, all this rock was once under the sea at some point. So as I've always said in my past videos, rocks always have a story to tell. And as another fact too, this place was named Cedar Falls because settlers back in the day, they mistaken the eastern hemlock to be cedar of some type. However, there's no cedar in this area whatsoever at all. You kind of have to go more to the west if you wanted to see any sort of cedar. So that's why this place is called Cedar Falls. It pretty much just stuck because that's how everyone came to know it, even though there's no cedar near us whatsoever. So, alrighty. Thought I would share that with you guys. Hope you learned something. Hope you guys have been able to hear me. It's just, the pure sound of water is truly remarkable. It's so relaxing. You could stay here all day. So, alright mates. Enjoy your Thursday, and Journey on a Journey is outwards. Take care, folks.